Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey, and that is Toyota's answer to the Honda Civic Type R. That is the GR Corolla, and in this video we're going to take it out on that track. Stay tuned. All right, Gearheads, we don't have just one, but two of the GR Corollas here. This is the core model, while that white one is the Morizo special edition, one of only 240 to ever be made, so very special. But the first one we get to take out is this red one right here. This is the core model. Like I said, this is the answer to the Honda Civic Type R. It has a 1.6 liter 3-cylinder turbo engine making 300 horsepower, and that Morizo, well, it has a little bit more torque than this one and has a whole lot less weight. They decontented that one. No rear seat, no rear wiper, a lot of weight savings in that one to save over 100 pounds of added weight on that one. Makes it a whole lot lighter and more fun. All right, so this one, well, it's all-wheel drive, where that Civic Type R is front-wheel drive. So you get the added benefit of traction at all four corners. And you can actually adjust that torque split with a dial in the middle. You can go either 60-40, 50-50, or 30-70 distribution front and rear in this. So you can actually have a lot of fun in this depending on what kind of mood you are in. You can see it does get a wide body kit on this one. And coming around to the wheels and tires, we get Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires wrapped around these very nice black 18-inch wheels. These are 235/40 18-inch Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. Very grippy. The Morizo edition gets Cup 2 tires, so just another difference between this one and that one. But again, you can see the wide body kit on this one. This one definitely looks more last gen Civic Type R. It looks more boy racer. It looks more in your face. It's got a very wide backside back here. Certain Queen song comes to mind, but yeah, I don't have the copyright to actually play that one for you. It is a practical vehicle overall because it is a Corolla hatch, so you get a nice amount of room back here in the back and some storage underneath. But that's not why you came to this video. You came to this video to see me take this one out on the track, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's get the helmet on, see how this thing performs. All right, Gearheads, I've got Greg from Toyota riding with me. We may talk a little on this ride. We'll see what comes up, but right now we are in track mode, which is 50-50 torque split between the front and the rear. That's something y'all have got over a little Civic Type R and their front wheel drive. But and do 3 quick laps of the track here.
Carrying too much speed up into this next turn complex. This turn comes fast.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I think I said earlier in the Type R, I was like, I'm a turn ahead of myself. This is not the turn I thought it was. This is the turn. Crazy about this track is it's so much longer than TMS.
Yes.
And
infinitely more interesting.
Yeah. You can really stretch its legs for better or for worse with some of these.
Yeah. Way more turns, longer streets. elevation change is great. You don't get that in a lot of places, especially here in North Texas.
Practically Laguna Seca, right? Yeah, what's crazy about cars nowadays is like, for the average consumer, like, you're nowhere near the limit of the car. You're not going to find the limit as an average consumer, which makes like performance cars like these, they just make you feel like a hero. Because there's so much grip and
yeah, their sports cars aren't as unforgiving as they once were.
Yeah.
It was like brute strength and no refinement. Now you can't come out with something that doesn't have both.
Yeah.
You're gonna have such a limited buyer, because you do want those people that they want to dabble and feel like they have something, and not feel like, but truly have something really performance based, but they don't want it to be without its creature comforts,
right,
and its drivability the rest of the week.
And when you're hitting the power numbers like what Dodge is doing with their Hellcat, it's like you can't make something like that and not at least have some competency in a turn. Like,
yeah, that is a lot of horsepower. I mean, I remember when the Vipers first came out, and people were buying those that probably didn't have any business or enough experience to be able to handle that kind of horsepower.
Especially with its limited, like, traction control or lack thereof, power steering. Like, they were as stripped down a race car as you could get in '92. My brother was head over heels for the Viper.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was a cool looking car with just insane horsepower. But easily you could get yourself in some serious trouble if someone took it out and didn't get used to really its manner.
Yeah, it would punish you for not paying attention.
In a very expensive way.
Yes.
Kind of a weird turn in that it's like, is it a double apex?
Yeah.
Is it not? You know, look, the Morizo will be there, and you can jump in that.
All right, gearheads, we're switching things up a little bit, and now we're going to take the Morizo out. So I mentioned earlier, a lot of weight savings went into this one. So we've got the carbon fiber roof, which you can't get on the Circuit Edition, and then a rear seat delete, among other things, and a rear wiper delete. So over 100 pounds of weight saved on this one, and more torque. Let's see how it is out on the track. All right, so hopping in the Morizo, red seat belts, because, you know, go fast. And then we've got our track button right here. We're gonna put it in track mode, 50-50 torque distribution. Turn that air down. And yeah, let's see what this thing is like. So one thing I like about both of these GR Corollas is not only can you adjust that torque split front to rear, but the gauge screen. So the Civic Type R had all the gauges, auxiliary gauges here on the infotainment screen. This GR Corolla gives you all the pertinent information right in front of you, which at a quick glance is really all that you need. So front and center, I've got what gear I'm in because, yes, proper 6-speed manual gearbox. I've got a boost gauge off to the left and my traction gauge screen on the right. So that is customizable, what you can put on the left and the right, but I do feel like that is probably the best option for what you're going to be doing in this vehicle out on the track, and makes for a lot of information at a very quick glance. So I've got this one in track mode, which splits torque 50-50 front and rear and makes for a very exhilarating ride. That's what I get for trying to talk and race at the same time. Oh yeah. This car is absolutely planted, and the added torque, it's noticeable. This is definitely a fun vehicle. It is a little bit more fun, I'm not gonna lie, than the core model, but they are essentially the same vehicle. Again, a lot of weight savings on this one versus the core, and oh my goodness, just a little bit more torque to help pull you out of corners just a little bit faster. You do get a nice little warning shift light up above you when you are reaching red line, so I like that a lot. As someone who is not typically on a track daily, it's a nice quick visual reminder right there in front of you. Hey, time to shift. Of course, that doesn't know the corners and turns in front of you and how quickly it is going to be before you're braking again. But yeah. And then we've got these Cup 2 tires on this one that I'm really testing the grip of with the all-wheel drive and the 50-50 split. This thing is holding on in the corners. That's the corner I really wanted to see how this thing would behave in, and oh my goodness, it's a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of fun. If you can find one of these, which there will only be 240 of them ever produced, you should definitely look into getting one. Yeah, those Cup 2 tires, my goodness. Anyone who's been out to a track knows that tires are very important. Average consumer, not so much. I can't tell you how many friends I've heard talk about tires like, just get the cheap one, because they're just something you need to have. But there's a big difference, and they are the only thing in between you and the road. So get a good one. As far as performance tires go, they're really good. So that's one of the big differences between this and that core model, the tires, and you definitely notice them in this one. goodness. Yeah, this thing is a lot of fun. Oh my goodness. And the turns in this course. Oh, I would love to spend a much longer time out here getting to learn this course and the turns just a little bit more in something not too dissimilar from this. This is a lot of fun. It's forgiving without being just a bore to drive. It is, I think I've had a smile on my face the entire time. Yeah, it's good. And on that note, if you want to see more from me here at the Texas Auto Riders Texas Auto Roundup, be sure and find me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. Everything is at GT Garage Talk, or you can read more about this vehicle on gtgaragetalk.com. Hit all the buttons: like, subscribe, comment, follow. You know, let the algorithms know to show you more stuff from us. But until next time, gearheads, bye.